Hello students, hope you all are doing well and safe at home. Today I am going to start a very important topic of our class 10th ICSC, WBCSC and CBSC syllabus, that is gas laws. Okay, and uh, there are different laws are there for gases like Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law and Gay-Lussac's law. Berzelius hypothesis are also there for gas laws. Okay, for the behavior of the gases. All the laws, all the laws uh, uh, are made on the basis of the behavior of the gases. Okay, but before knowing the laws, we must know the different the different types of characteristics of gas which makes it different from another state of matter like solid and liquid. That the first one is gas is highly compressible. Gas takes the volume of the container, and also the molecules of gas, they stays very far from each other. The force of attraction of the gases are very weak. Okay, so it is very easy to break the bond of the molecules. So these are the some criteria, and also gas laws depends on the kinetic theory of the gases. Okay, now some variables are there on which the behavior of gas depends. The variables or the factors are, the first factor is temperature, the second factor is pressure, okay, and the third factor is volume, and the fourth factor is mole, or you can say mass. Okay, these are the four factors on which the behavior of gas depends. Okay, temperature, uh, the pressure or volume can increase or decrease. Pressure can increase or decrease because of the rise or fall of temperature. Pressure and volume also interdependent, can be interdependent on each other. Mass also affects the behavior of the gas. Okay, for making the gas laws, two things must be clear, that in the four factors, two factors must be constant and remaining two factor will be interdependent on each other. How come? Suppose temperature or mass is constant, then pressure and volume uh, will be interdependent on each other. On this basis, Boyle's law will be there. And now I'll explain you Boyle's law. Boyle's law. What Boyle's law states? For a given mass, okay? For a given mass at constant temperature, the volume of gas inversely proportional to the pressure. Okay, this is uh, this is our Boyle's law. Okay, for a given mass, what does it means? That mass will be, mole will be constant, because we cannot change the mole of the gas which is already given. Okay, so here mole is constant. At constant temperature is also constant. Okay, the volume of gas inversely proportional to the pressure of that gas. That means if volume increases, pressure will be decreased. Okay, so how, what will be the equation of this? Suppose volume, I'll say like, write like this. Pressure is, this is the sign of proportional, inversely proportional. That means 1 by V. Okay, what does it means? If pressure increases, volume decreases. If pressure decreases, volume will be increased. Okay, this is gas law. What is gas law? All the things are given in your book. Okay, you should go through with the book also. You will read the book whenever I teach you, and whenever I will explain you the gas law. After that, you will go through with your book, and the things will be very clear to you. Okay, so what is the equation of the gas law? For a given mass at constant temperature, means temperature is constant. Here what are the condition? Temperature is constant. Okay, whenever temperature is constant, pressure always inversely proportional to volume. Okay, so from here we get some equations. Okay, this is our pre-proportional to 1 by V, equation 1. Okay, we know when we remove this proportional sign, okay, with the equals to sign, we have to keep one constant here. Okay, constant 1 by V. Clear? I am removing this proportional sign, and I can write instead of proportional sign equals to sign, and for this we should keep one constant sign. K is constant. Okay, this is the second equation. I can write this like K by V. That is fine. Now I can write PV equals to K. This is again third equation. Okay, PV equals to K. We will go here. PV equals to K. So this is Boyle's law. Now, in some experiment done by Charles Boyle, that suppose the pressure P1, and volume is V1 is going to undergo some experiments, and after experiment what happened, its pressure becomes P2 and its volume becomes V2. Okay, now what happened after that? As we know, P1 V1 equals to K, constant, and P2 V2 will be also equals to K. So we can write from here P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. Okay, and first that is constant because both are equals to constant. So from here we are getting one more equation. Okay, that is equation number 4. So this is how we derive this equation from Boyle's law. Understand? I hope you understand. You can take screenshot from here. Okay. After this, we'll be discuss about the graphs formed by. So from Boyle's law, we get two equations, 3 or 4 equations. Like the first is P proportional to 1 by V, PV equals to K, and one more is P proportional to K by V, P1 V1 equals to P2 V2, where P1 is initial pressure, V1 equals to initial volume. Okay, P2 final pressure, V2 equals to final volume, K is constant. Okay, I hope it is clear to you, all of you. So now graphical representation. Okay, how will you represent in graph the relation of P and V? The first is P V, the second is P 1 by V, and the third is PV constant. Okay, this is constant PV K. Okay, so first is directly this is the PV, that means when P increases, V will decrease. This is indirectly proportional. So when pressure will increase, volume will be decreased. So this graph will be like, okay, like this. Okay, this is called hyperbola. Hyperbola. Okay. Second is P1 by V. That is, it is given P1 by V. Okay, means it is indirectly proportional to 1 by V, means we are giving here P1 by V. So this is direct proportion. You can write in two ways, P1 by this, and this is direct proportional. So we can write this graph will be like this. Okay, and because this is direct proportional to 1 by V. Direct proportional to 1 by V, not V, 1 by V. Okay, that means P increases, V will be decreased. But though we are giving direct proportional sign, that is why this graph will be like this slope line. And when PV equals to constant, that means there is no change. So this graph will be shown like this. Okay, so this is the graphical representation of Worlds law. I hope you understand. Okay, now the numerical part. This is very important part. Okay, numericals. But before that, you should know that pressure, the unit of pressure will be given in atmosphere, ATM, STP, bar, Pascal, torr. Okay, these are the unit of pressure. Okay, for volume it will be given, volume, liter, milliliter, centimeter cube, millimeter cube, and decimeter cube. Okay, here one more is mmHg. Okay, and for temperature it will be given 0 degree or 273 Kelvin. It is given in Kelvin and degree Celsius. Okay, one more relation you should know. Whenever it is given degree Celsius or in Kelvin, you have to make the temperature in Kelvin scale mainly. And for exchanging 0 to 273, you have to add, suppose 10 degree Celsius is given. Okay, it will be converted into in Kelvin scale. For this, you have to add 273 here. So this will be 283 Kelvin. Okay, that means from 0 to Kelvin, from 0 to Kelvin plus 273, and from Kelvin to 0 minus 273. Understand? This is the relation. Whenever you will do numericals, this will be very useful for you. Okay, now let's do one example or one numerical. Okay, a sample of oxygen has a volume of 880 milliliter and a pressure of 740 torr. What additional pressure will be required to reduce the volume to 440 milliliter? Okay, so first we will write the information which is given here. A sample of gas has a volume 880, that means V1 is given 880 milliliter and a pressure of 740. P1 is 740 torr. Okay, what additional pressure will be required? That means P2 you have to find out, and V2 is given 440 milliliter. Now what we will do, the formula is P1 V1 V1 equals to P2 V2. All the information you will write here. First you will write, you have to find out P2. That means P2 equals to P1 V1 by V2. Okay, that is P1 is 740 into V2 is 440 by P1 V1 by V2, sorry. V1 is 880. This is 880 milliliter. Okay. And by V2. V2 is 440. 2s are 1480 torr. Okay. What is P2? 1480. So additional pressure, it is asking additional pressure. That means you will have to subtract this pressure from the previous pressure. That is 1480 minus 740. Okay, 0 8 minus 4 4, 17 minus 14 minus 7 is 7. That is additional pressure required is 740 torr. Same pressure will be required to raise the volume from 880 to 440. It is very clear. See, the volume is half and the pressure becomes double. So this is how you can verify your answer, that this answer is correct. In this way you can do so many sums. It is given in your book. Try to solve your sums on your own and definitely will get you will understand this, and you can do on your own. If you have any query about the numericals or any topic related to gas law, definitely will ask me in my comment box. And if you if you're liking this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.